In a fog-choked suburb on Halloween Eve, a glowing pumpkin plush whispers, "Trick or treat," but its secrets are deadly. Watch as it exposes buried affairs, hidden abuse, then summons ghostly kids from the grave to drag souls into its stitched maw. One man fights to burn the curse under a blood moon, but her darkest sin won't stay silent. The ritual fails. The whispers return. Dive in, if you dare. Full horror awaits. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fearology, your go-to for heart-pounding animated horrors that blur the line between trick and treat. If these weekly nightmares are your jam, the kind that make you double-check the shadows in your own home, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's lurking next. With Halloween just weeks away on October 31st, 2025, we are cranking up the seasonal scares. Tonight, it's the Whispering Pumpkin Plush, a tale ripped from the fog of suburban frights, inspired by chilling real-life legends of haunted stuffed animals that won't stay quiet. Dim the lights, carve a jack-o'-lantern for protection, and let's carve into the story. Picture perfect Willow Creek, a sleepy suburb where every lawn's a postcard of white picket fences and plastic skeletons dangling from porches. It's Halloween Eve, the air thick with the scent of burning leaves and candy corn dreams. Single mom Sarah Hayes hustles through the twilight, her 8-year-old daughter Lily skipping beside her in a witch escape that's already unraveling at the hems. Sarah's juggling it all: PTA meetings, overtime at the diner, and the ghost of a marriage that fizzled out last Christmas. "Mommy, can we get something spooky for the porch?" Lily pleads, eyes wide as harvest moons. Sarah smiles wearily. "One thing, kiddo. Make it count." The pop-up market at the edge of town is a fever dream of flickering lanterns and booths hawking cursed trinkets for a laugh. Amid the fog machines and fake spiderwebs, a grizzled vendor in a tattered cloak hawks handmade plushies from his rickety cart. Sarah's gaze snags on it, a stuffed pumpkin, no bigger than a softball, with velvety orange fabric that shimmers like autumn fire. Glowing LED eyes flicker like dying embers, and a stitched black mouth curves in a grin that's equal parts adorable and impish. "Squeeze it," the vendor rasps, his voice like gravel under boots. Sarah does, and a tinny whisper escapes. "Trick or treat." Sarah does, and the tinny whisper escapes. "Trick or treat?" Lily squeals with delight. "It's perfect!" Lights up the night. $20 later, they claim their prize. The plush nestled in Lily's backpack like a secret. Back home, as dusk bleeds into night, Sarah perches the pumpkin on the porch railing. Flip the switch and it ignites. An otherworldly orange glow pulsing like a heartbeat, casting long shadows that dance with the wind. Neighbors coo as they pass, buckets rattling with early treats. "Adorable," calls Mrs. Hargrove from next door, her smile tight as piano wire. Lily beams, stringing cobwebs and glow sticks around it. "It's our guardian now. Keeps the real monsters away." Sarah chuckles, but as she tucks Lily in, the plush's glow seeps through the curtains, whispering faintly, "Trick or treat." Just the toy, nothing more. Midnight creeps in on velvet paws. Sarah's dozing on the couch, TV flickering with some mindless rom-com, when a murmur tugs her from sleep. Not the TV, softer, closer. "Sarah, you shouldn't have." Her eyes snap open. The porch light's on, but it's the pumpkin, squeezed somehow, its LED eyes flaring crimson for a split second. Trick or treat with him. Heart stuttering, she stumbles outside, bare feet on cold concrete. The plush sits innocent, but the words echo in her skull. Her buried affair with the married mechanic from the garage. The one that ended in tears and a slammed door 6 months ago. Coincidence. Stress. She scoops it up, stuffs it inside by the hearth. Stupid battery glitch, she mutters, but sleep evades her, the house creaking like it's holding its breath. Dawn breaks foggy and foul. Lily's off to school, buzzing about the big night, but Sarah's unraveling. At the diner, orders blur. She snaps at a regular, spills coffee on the boss's tie. Get it together, she hisses to her reflection in the break room mirror. Home again, the Plush is back on the porch. She didn't move it. Swearing under her breath, she squeezes it hard. Sarah's little secret, ticking like a bomb. And then, clearer, Mr. Ellis next door hits her when the bottle's empty. Sarah freezes. Ellis, the retired cop with the flagpole and the forced grin? Number. But that night, the truth came knocking. But that night, as fog rolls in like a shroud, she peeks through the blinds. Raised voices, a slap that echoes like thunder. Hargrove's silhouette crumples. The pumpkin's glow pulses brighter, hungrier. Halloween night explodes in chaos. Streets alive with pint-sized ghouls and superheroes. Jack-o'-lanterns leering from every stoop. Lily's out with friends, bucket swinging, while Sarah hands out candy. The Plush propped beside her like a sentinel. Its whispers are constant now, a venomous ASMR burrowing into her brain. PTA scandals, buried debts, the time old man Wilkins poisoned his wife's tea for the insurance. Willow Creek's facade cracks wide, secrets spilling like entrails. Neighbors avoid her gaze, whispers turning to stares. Did you hear about the plumber and the mayor's wife? But it's the Plush, always the Plush. As the clock strikes 10, the fog thickens, swallowing streetlights. From the mist they come, children, but not. Pale faces smeared with ash, eyes hollow as grave dirt, dressed in faded rags from Halloween's long decade. Trick or treat, they chant, voices overlapping the Plush's hiss. The first grabs a teen in a vampire cape, yanking him toward the pumpkin's stitched maw. It stretches, impossibly, fabric tearing with a wet rip, engulfing him in a swirl of orange glow and screams. His bucket clatters empty, body gone, soul a faint shimmer absorbed into the Plush's stuffing. Panic ripples. Another, a mom in cat ears, dragged kicking, her pleas cut short by the whisper. You left your baby in the car, that hot July day. Sarah's stomach lurches. The vendor's cart? Empty now, but etched in her mind. Burlap from an old witch's grave, sewn under a harvest moon in 1692 Salem, binding the veil thin. The Plush hungers for confessions, luring the unrested dead to feast on the guilty living. Lily bursts through the door, breathless, her face pale as moonlight. Mommy, the kids, they're not coming back. The shadowy figures draw closer, mist twisting like grasping hands. Sarah clutches the Plush toy, its fabric warm and pulsing against her skin. What are you? She growls, gripping it tighter until stitches strain. The glowing eyes flare, and a whisper echoes like many voices. Your secret, Sarah. The lies you whispered to keep the peace. The night you wished him gone forever. Her ex-husband's sudden passing, called a mishap by all, but the shame, or the weight of it, floods her like a storm. Flashback. The heated words, the slammed door, the quiet plea to Lily. The Plush remembered. It always remembered. The crimson moon looms full and heavy, ideal for the rite Sarah assembles from hurried online searches. Ancient tales of harvest rites, ways to break a hex. She hauls the Plush to the backyard fire pit, cries from the neighborhood fading into the haze as shadows claim more souls. Lighter fluid from the garage, her hands shaking as she strikes the match. End this now! The blaze erupts, consuming the cloth, threads jarring to nothing. The murmurs rise, a storm of Willow Creek's hidden sorrows, ghostly shapes twisting at the fire's edge, their faint outlines dissolving as the spell frays. Sarah slumps to the ground, sobbing, tears streaming, while the flames climb, the moon casting a scarlet glow. But old rites deceive. As the coals dim, a soft light lingers in the soot. One unblinking LED eye, flickering mockingly. Lily's voice drifts from inside. Mommy? I hugged the pumpkin. It whispered your name. Sarah spins toward the house. There on the steps, untouched and throbbing, waits a fresh Plush. Tinier, yet its smile broader, sewn with strands that match her own.
The fog recedes, but the whispers linger in the wind. Trick's not over. Treat's just beginning.
Willow Creek sleeps, secrets buried deeper. But Sarah knows, the grave's burlap runs endless. And come next sign, it'll whisper again. Trick or treat? Folks, did that have you eyeing your own Halloween decor? Is the whispering pumpkin just folklore? Or could that stuffed toy in your attic be hiding ghosts of its own? Drop your takes in the comments. Ever had a plush that creeped you out? Hit like if you're burning your old toys, and subscribe for more All Hallows Eve cheers leading up to October 31st, 2025. Quick plug. Catch the Halloween Horror Fest in your city. Think haunted hayrides, creator panels, and exclusive merch that will curse your closet in a good way. Links below. Stay vigilant. Stay spooky. And remember, not all treats are sweet. See you in the shadows.